evening and thank you, Professor Penn. I'm most grateful for this opportunity to explain and demonstrate the essay writing method I, as well as high school kids from all across the country, always use for transforming a blank computer screen into an essay. It's an easy approach and it takes just one night. If you do exactly as I show you, your essay will be so easy that come morning you will feel very good. Very good because you think that you had a good night's sleep. And very good because you have an essay ready to submit at the start of the class in the morning. So, here how it is done. First of all, do not do anything about your essay project until at least 10 p.m. Second, come 10 p.m., go shopping for food. If you're going to hold up an all-nighter, you need snacks. You need cereal for breakfast and water. Then, put some nice music, something calming, but won't put you to sleep. Next, take a seat in front of the computer. Get comfortable. Then, put up a word processor. Lastly, just let your music take you along as you proceed from a blank computer screen to a completed essay in one smooth pass through, perfecting things as you move along. Remember, if you have things set up correctly in your music, it's the stuff writing is easy. Just let your music do the work for you.
Oh, hi there. Come on in. My name's Ted, a friend of Abigail's. She asked me to demonstrate her recipe for successful writing. As you can remember, she said it's pretty easy. I have all the snacks laid out, including breakfast. And I already have a few lines already started on my essay. In just 2 or 3 hours, we'll have a perfect paper. Voila! This paragraph is just no good. Alright, I'll hit delete and start over. What should this paragraph be about? Maybe about the federal poverty level. No, that doesn't fit here. Maybe about local programs that help people living below the poverty line. No, not that either. Maybe how poverty can strike people from all walks of life. Yeah, that would be good. Poverty can strike people from all walks of life. Now I'll just plug in some information from some of these sources. So let's see if I can find some stuff about the different ways that poverty strikes people from all walks of life. But here's something. Can't even think of a simple, let's see, this word? No. How about this one? No, that one either. I think I'm just going to put my head down for a while. Oh no, I gotta get going. My essay's due in 45 minutes? Maybe it's alright. It should be. I did everything right except for allow for time for breakfast. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and print this. Oh, this is awful. What the heck? Well, I guess it's time to just go face the music then. Professor Wright?
Yes. Ted, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Have a seat.
Oh, thanks.
I'm so glad you came by. I wanted to talk to you about your essay.
Okay.
Ted, you look worried. First I want you to know, I really enjoyed reading your essay. It was well organized, the writing flowed beautifully, and you had a lot of really good ideas in there. But, as you likely know, it was submitted 5 days late. Your grade is not, but you'd like it to be. Actually, it's enough.
But I put so much effort into this. Hours and hours of work.
I understand, Ted, and it's not like it was poorly written. There are some things you could do.
So what can I do to be better?
You know, I'm thinking, maybe you could come to my lecture Friday. It's for another class. What is that lecture I gave 2 weeks ago when you missed our class? I think it could make all the world difference.
Okay, I guess I can make it. Do you think this would help me get rid of my writer's block?
I think it'll make a world of difference.
All right, well then I'll be there.
Good.
All right.
Hello, this is Penny Wright again. What you see here is a magnetic resonance image of a human's brain. It's a brain just like yours and mine. It's an astonishingly incredible thinking machine, but it can be limited as far as how much it can take on at once. And that's definitely the case for anyone who takes on a difficult task, such as a college-level essay. If done all at once, writing a complex essay engages many parts of the brain and functions, such as project planning, coming up with ideas and words for those ideas, remembering where to find information from sources, organizing how information is presented, sequencing and making connections between paragraphs and sentences, checking grammar and spelling, and telling the fingers what to type. While doing all these things, furthermore, the brain must coordinate all its own activities. So, at one time or another, almost all writers experience what is known as writer's block, times when the brain seems to slow down or even shut down on the writing task. Interestingly, writer's block is not some external force. It comes from within, and it is caused by writers who ask their brains to do too much at one time. The trick to knowing writer's block and to avoiding it is recognizing the thinking habits that slow progress, especially during initial drafting of your text. To introduce you to writer's block and what causes it, here's the same brain image, but this time with 2 bugs in it. These bugs represent the 2 most frequent causes of writer's block, known, according to renowned composition scholar Linda Flower, as your own overly critical internal editor and your own unrealistic expectations. Both these bugging thinking habits will leave you blankly staring at a computer screen for untold minutes, even a half hour or more, while trying to do the simplest task, such as thinking of a word that you regularly use. So, how do you shut down these bugs? Most importantly, when drafting a new essay, never strive for perfection. Just satisfice, a word likely first used by Flower. It means leaving imperfect things as good enough for now. If your overly critical internal editor or unrealistic expectations start messing with progress on your draft, kick 'em out of there. Say aloud, if it helps, "Bug off. We'll fix that later."
Hi! For those of you who haven't yet met me, I'm Penny Wright. I teach in the writing program here at the University of Wisconsin-Superior. Remember, last time when we met, we were talking about essay drafting. That's when you first start with blank screen. Try to get your essay on paper. Start getting those sentences and paragraphs together. And that's the place where we run into our own internal bugs. They start to mess with our mind, with our thinking actually, and out from within our own minds come the voices of the overly critical editor and our own unrealistic expectations. Now the thing about essay drafting is that it is just one of many subtasks in what is known as the writing processes. So the idea is to remember, just a subtask. It's not writing the whole essay. So this idea of having subtasks as part of the writing processes means that you just break the whole task into chunks so that your mind can manage them more effectively. Let me show you what I mean. I'd like to share with you what I call the writing processes jump around. I've put its subtasks here. Shows the entire thing as a summary. Remember, this is the writing processes jump around. So, the first subtask in creating an entire essay is to first plan it. So planning starts by first brainstorming. Make lists. Try a cluster diagram or perhaps a mind map. Just get your ideas out. Free writing can also help. And once you have those ideas, then you need to make your decisions. Which are actually going to go into your essay? So you need to take those ideas and put them in, for instance, a scratch outline. It indicates what or which of your ideas are going to go into each paragraph. So another of the subtasks is to draft. This is what comes after you plan. That's when you start to put things into sentences and into paragraphs. It may be one of the hardest parts, but with a good plan, it can go pretty smoothly. You just take one of the body paragraphs that you had planned and start putting words into sentences. As you move along, don't worry about whether or not it's perfect. Just do it. Just keep going. If you can't think of the correct word, just put something temporary down there. Come back later. Highlight that word that wasn't quite right so that you are sure to come back later. If you have a sentence with grammar you don't quite like, highlight it. You can fix it later. This is just one of the many subtasks in writing. We can fix things later. So once you have a paragraph drafted, you need to redraft it to fill in all those places that you highlighted. Fix them up. And as you do so, you may have noticed that your plan is not panning out as you had hoped. Maybe you have to come down here to the planning. Just hop down there, make some revisions, come back, make the revisions in your paragraph, and you'll be good to go. Then, another subtask is revising. When revising, you're going to look for those sort of holistic characteristics
and you can do it just one body paragraph at a time. If you have a good plan, this will work. And so you're going to look for transitions between sentences, and you're going to look for coherence. Are things sticking together? Does it read smoothly? Revise, just one paragraph, perhaps two at a time. Another of the subtasks is to edit. After you have planned, drafted, and revised your entire essay, do all of these things first before moving on to editing. So your essay is all together, it's been revised, it's just as good as you can make it. Grab a friend, a partner, read your essay aloud, and as you do, reading it very, very slowly, notice any errors at the word and sentence level, those little pesky grammar things, word choices that don't seem quite right. Mark them and then fix them. Then the very, very last subtask is to proofread your entire essay. So when you proofread, this is a meticulous, pesky task, but you'd be surprised how many errors you'll find, things left after your editing process. So start at the bottom of your essay, read the last sentence first, then the second last sentence, very slowly, aloud, and catch any remaining errors. Then, of course, fix them. When you're done proofreading your entire essay, you can call it a day. Time to submit it.
Action.
Ted,
Hey, how's it going?
good, thanks. I have good news for you about your second essay.
That's great news.
Yeah, it was good, but just like the other one, that was very well written and so well organized and so coherent. There was really nothing wrong with it. What's good about this one is you submitted it on time, and it's met the minimum length requirements. In fact, it's actually very, very good.
Yes. You know, I used the writing process's jump around just like you said, and I thought it worked real well.
Super. Well, here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you, congratulations on one mighty fine A essay.
Great, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay, well, go celebrate.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.